Been speaking to many of the great and the good in music, and I've definitely got one of the greats, and he is good. He's played as a musician from the age of just 21 when he started off with Mary Duff. Now he's gone along to play alongside people like Dominic Kerwin, Rolly Daniels, Matt Levy. Also played in the band Country Harmony with Ger Durnan, whom I spoke to recently, and that was for over 10 years. Now he went on then to perform with Nathan Carter and also with Daniel O'Donnell, and in more recent times with Michael English. And singer, songwriter and entertainer, I'm delighted to say hello to Stephen Hamilton. Stephen, how are you?
Hi, Jerry. Just before I start, I'd like to thank you very much for letting me on your Irish radio. Thank you.
A real pleasure, Stephen. A real pleasure. I'll tell you, listen, you've been a busy lad. I mean, you've been playing music from quite literally you're a child in your father's band.
Yes, I started actually playing when I was 10 years old. My father had a wee country band, and so I played my dad's band then up till I was 21. And then I done support one night to Mary Duff in a wee place called Hilltown Hall, and I was approached then to join Mary, and basically that's where I started playing professionally. And after that, Jerry.
Right, that is absolutely superb. It was a heck of a start. Like I mean, at 21, like you went off touring with Mary Duff, and you kind of never really stopped. I mean, you went on, and you've been continually working and performing for all those years since.
Yes, I'm very lucky in my life that the people I work for, they were great people to work with. And when I joined Mary, I was touring with actually Daniel. At the time, Mary had her own band, and we toured with Daniel for a lot of years. And funny enough, down the years, I ended up playing with Daniel's band, which is strange, But geez, Daniel's a great guy to work with as well,
Yes, I would well believe it. Very, very professional show.
Oh yeah, Daniel goes there and does nearly a 3-hour show. Not many people do that nowadays, and he's very good. He's the people who follow him. He's very good. No matter where you go, America, Australia, Canada, England, Scotland, Wales, he treats everybody the same. He's very professional. Indeed
so. Definitely is. You were with, I believe your stint with Nathan Carter was at sort of the start off of the Nathan Carter phenomenon.
Yes, I was the original guitar player at the very start. Yeah, it was a country harm at the time. Then I was approached by a guy called Jim McVeigh, who's a good friend of mine. Jim was actually the MD in the band, and John Farry and James McGarty. They were actually the managers, and so I was approached to join the band because they were putting a band together. Like at that time, Nathan he was only 17. He wasn't known, and I was a country harmony. I was quite busy with the band because I was doing that for the Radio Ulster, doing all the outside broadcasting. So I took a big gamble, and it worked good. And Nathan's a lovely fella, and it went very well for 6.5 years. And then I decided to take a year out after Nathan, and then I was approached by Daniel O'Donnell, and I joined Daniel's band for a few years. And then after that, went on to Michael. And now I'm doing my own wee thing. Right.
And your own wee thing involves you doing varying types of work, and also you've taken up songwriting.
Yes, about 12 years ago, my father, he took cancer and he wasn't very well, and sadly passed away from cancer. So I wrote a wee song called Precious Memories. Just to raise money for Macmillan Nurses, so because they've done a fantastic job looking after my father through his illness. And then after that, I wrote another song, and then I said to myself, maybe I can do this. But then I waited for a few years, and then when I was touring with Daniel, I started writing, because when you're touring with Daniel, you're on tour buses all the time, so you do have a wee bit of time to yourself to sit down and write things. So I started to write the album, and I wrote the album within, obviously, about 6 months with Daniel, and then I recorded it, and then that's just 2 years ago. So now this is my second album now, which will be out now hopefully in about 10 days' time. And it's just it takes time to get all your stuff back, and I don't. There's no point rushing it now when I stuck 5 months nearly doing it. Believe it or not, but I got there.
The thing about it, Stephen, is as regards to it, it's pretty tough to sort of during lockdown and in the times that we have, it's pretty difficult to be able to get things together.
Well, it is because, like, on the album itself, I wrote a song called "Family and Friends," and I was got to do the Corona thing. And I wrote that because at the end of the day, when people are we're all listening here together, and with your family and friends, so the only people you can rely on is your family and friends. So, so I wrote a song, and that's on the album as well. It is a sad time for a lot of people, and I think when you're in this situation, which we're all in, you do look at life in a different way, in a different mannerism. So this is the reason why I sat down and started writing all the songs. I had time, and I had loads of time, so that's why the album's all put together.
And well done at actually taking up the songwriting and doing the songwriting, because it's a very, very different thing to being a musician and a performer.
It is, but because I've been used to all my life basically playing behind this lead singer and doing my harmonies, and I maybe sing another song. And as I say, like, I would give Daniel Donald's his dues, because Daniel, when I was touring with Daniel, I had a song on the album, and it was called which was the latest album that there was called Blink of an Eye. And Daniel said, "Stevie, why not sing one of your wee songs of my show?" I said, "Daniel, people not here to hear me, they're here to hear you." No, he says, "No, you sing your wee song." He says, "I'll help you sell your wee CDs." And I can't thank him enough. He was very, very good for doing that for me, and that sort of gave me a wee boost that I can continue on after that. Sometimes you need someone to give you a wee bit of encouragement, especially when you're used of not singing out there but playing behind somebody. It's two different things, because you're there to make the artist look good, which that's what you're getting paid to do, make them look good and sound good and all things. So sort of doing my own thing now, really,
It's absolutely superb to as they say, grab the bull by the horns and and just run with it. Now, but you're not stopping. Well, I know you stop now the same as every other musician, but you're not stopping when you can get back into action. You'll still be performing and doing other things.
Oh yes. As I say, like, I'm ready to go. No, look, as I say, I'm very lucky that over the last 5 months I put my time to a good cause with the album, and I'm looking forward to get back on the road. I'm looking forward to entertaining people, because music is good for people. It's good for people's souls. Relaxes them, makes them feel good. So that's the reason why if they listen to the album, there's other songs that will touch people's hearts, I hope. So that's all I can do about it. I say music is great. I love playing music, I love singing, I love entertainment. I'm at it basically part of my life. So I'm very lucky, very lucky, very, very lucky.
Have you taken up, I know you've quite a bit of work involved in this. Have you taken up any other hobbies like gardening or painting or anything like that since the lockdown?
Well, believe it or not, yes, I'm tortured doing all the gardens all the time, because we've got a few good days there, and I never thought I could garden, but I'm well used to it now. And I can always paint anyway, so I was lucky enough that way. I could do a wee bit of housework and maintenance, and I can do all that there, so not too bad,
Right. It's just, I'm speaking to a lot of singers and artists and all that, and I've this feeling, that there are going to be gardens which will be showpieces when this is over, belonging to singers and entertainers all over the place.
Well, my garden's not big enough to go any showpieces. It's very small, thank God. That's why I like a big garden. It wouldn't be great with my hands now, but cutting grass is not a problem.
Right.
No, but as I say, maintenance can do all that. That's not a problem. Gardening, not very good.
Indeed so. That is absolutely superb stuff. There's a lot of very, very talented guys. You're from County Down. I have to say, there's the heck of a lot of great talent has come out of County Down in singers.
Oh yes, I'm very lucky. I have a lot of friends in the music industry, because at the end of the day, we're all out there trying to make a living and just trying to get the best we can, And like, I have a lot of friends. Joey Hamilton, he's from my hometown, and in fact, he asked me earlier, was he a friend or a cousin of mine? He's just a good friend, and I know him a long, long time. You've Stephen Smith, Portaferry. So many people, so many great singers and musicians and guitar players. Unbelievable,
Indeed so. There's also the singing Bricky Conor McKay. There's Barry Doyle. We could go on and on and on. There's just so many of you guys up around that particular area of County Down. It must be something to do with the weather or the coastline or something.
It could be there, Jerry. It could be there.
Indeed. So, to coin.
Funny enough, Barry and Connor, I know them all very well. Barry actually does all my CDs and covers. He does everything for me, my pull-ups. He does everything. He's a very, very knowledgeable man and great singer, and he's a very nice person to work with. And Connor's the same. I know Connor a long, long time as well, And we're very lucky we're all good friends in the industry. It's great.
It is. That is excellent, yes. That's absolutely excellent. In the industry, over this recent times, a huge increase in things online and in technology and all the rest of it. And amazingly, some people have recorded, I'm sure you've seen it, like with Derek Ryan and Daniel O'Donnell and all those, who actually recorded songs all remotely during the complete lockdown.
Yeah, yes. I've seen a lot of people have done that okay. Well, now, I know a lot of people online and done their things, and so much went to Charlie, which was actually very, very good to do things like that, And I know a lot of friends have done that, and they raised a lot of money for great causes. The only thing I find is that the way the music is going with, especially with people promoting their albums and CDs, a lot of new cars nowadays are all USB. So that's why probably a lot of people load things down online, because they can load it down on the computer and they can put it in the USB and put it in the car. Where a lot of new cars nowadays don't have a CD player, just to listen to somebody going down the road. It's strange.
It is.
The technology has moved on.
It is. I remember actually, I didn't realise that cars didn't have CDs anymore until I actually rented a car out, and I actually said to somebody, I cannot believe this, that they must be getting some cheap cars or something that don't have CD players in them. I thought it was just in this rented car. And somebody said to me then, no, they said new cars don't have a CD player. And I thought, you have got to be joking.
Saying, yeah. Well, I never have a new car. That's why I have a CD in my car.
Yes.
It's just a lot of new vehicles nowadays. I think it's because you can load so many songs down a USB and just plug it into your car and where you go. But I think it's taken out because a lot of people like to hand somebody a CD, and at least if you hand it to somebody, they can go down the road, they can plug it in and they can listen to it. It has changed quite a lot that way now with CDs, definitely.
Indeed, so yeah, the whole thing is completely changed, and also with the streaming aspect of music, which has become the real major consumer of music now, is the streaming services.
Yes, I think that's the way it's gone now, Jerry. Yeah, it's more tactical now in different terms, but it's still hard to beat. If somebody hands you a CD, you can listen to it going down the road, because I think, but maybe I'm just old school.
Yeah, there is, I think, something magical on. I was speaking to somebody else, another singer, about it as well, and they really were unhappy with the fact that the CD was sort of on the way out, so to speak, But I suppose it was the same thing. It was the same thing when when records went and we went over to CD at that stage.
Yeah, as I say, I just think the technology has moved on so fast, and you get people like myself there who put a lot of time and effort in to do their best and put a good quality CD out, and to go to sell to give somebody, and they go and they listen to that, they definitely, because I many people I've met with the Daniel thing, and they listen to the CD going down the road, and they always went to shows, and the thing I liked about it, come up, and I'd like people to give you the honest opinion, what you thought of it, did you like it? And give you lovely compliments, which was lovely. It was really nice, It was, definitely was. Listen, Stephen, it's been lovely to catch up with you, lovely to have a chat. I'm looking forward to your new CD coming out. I wish you all the luck and success in the world and with it, and in all your future endeavours. And fingers crossed, when all of this is over, we'll all be able to meet up safely at that stage. Yes, thanks once again, Jerry. Thanks very much for having me on Irish Radio. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I hope everybody listens to my music and enjoy it. Thanks again. Thank you.